Okay, we came in late last night, landed in Bodega Bay around, well, it was exactly 10 o'clock. Had a full moon. It was actually we had a nice run. Just like the last couple runs we've had. It's been light and variable winds for the first half of the day, and then as soon as we hit a cape or a point and head around it, the winds pick up in the afternoon. We were hitting 15 to 25 knots of wind for the second half of the day, and it was a speed run for us. We made some good time. We were averaging, after Point Arena, about 7+ knots. We actually tapped deep into the 10s a few times, so it was exciting. We did have a little incident though. We had to motor sail the first half of the day, and we developed a little vibration in the port engine. So we shut that engine down, and just right as we were shutting it down, the wind was picking up, so it was no big deal. I went down there about an hour later, and the water pump had blown a bearing. So water came in. Luckily, we shut it down fast enough. So we ended up sailing all the way into the bay last night. We didn't go inside the harbor here. The breakwater's right over here. We sailed right into this beautiful anchorage, dropped a hook. There was probably 25 fishing boats, maybe a few more here, that we were anchored all around. They've all since picked up and they're heading out. A little foggy this morning, but it's supposed to clear off. I'm gonna change out the water pump this morning, then we'll head in to the harbor.
I slept so good last night. I think everybody did at anchor, but what an amazing sail. Of course, we would have liked the wind to pick up a lot sooner than it did. I'm not complaining, and I absolutely love night sailing, especially when the skies are clear and it's a full moon. Teal likes it too, but he actually does not like night sailing, but it doesn't matter. It works out for us because he doesn't mind doing the day shifts and I don't mind doing the night shifts. But with the engine having issues, we actually sailed into the anchorage, which was a first for us, especially at night, in an anchorage that we have never been to, right? We've never been here. You and I have not been here.
Yeah.
Teal has, but I haven't.
I've been here in the 70s with my father. But
that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was, it was like perfect. Every single time we pull into an anchorage, it's just blowing stink. And then as soon as we drop the anchor, it just kind of calms down. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a long day and we just...
we sacked out.
It was good.
Teal is removing the old pump and putting in our old spare so then we can get into port. I got a lot to do because I have to find the part and get it shipped here in time. It's the holiday weekend, so I'm hoping that they're able to, or I'm hoping I can find it and they can ship it out to us as soon as possible. It's a messy job.
It's not so bad. Just a little seawater got sprayed up on the engine, so I'm cleaning all this out. Want to make sure this engine stays nice and clean.
I'm just gonna enjoy my coffee. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate you calling us back. All right, thank you. Bye.
So did I get that right?
Your wife is awesome.
Well, that's what I meant.
Okay, bottom line, They don't make this pump anymore.
That's what I heard.
But they have a replacement that's better, and there's a reason why they don't make this anymore. It's because it has problems with it.
Well, you know what? We got a good life out of both of our pumps. We got, what, we lose that first pump in, where were we? It was up in the San Juans.
I don't know.
Friday Harbor. It was Friday Harbor.
Was it?
Yeah. So on our run from Lopez over to Friday Harbor here, I watched it real careful. And I noticed there was a small drip coming out of the water pump. And then this one to here. So they both 1,200 to 1,300 hours plus on each one. That's not too bad.
But, you know, when I was doing the research, it was hard actually, because we normally go to fisheries, and for whatever reason I could not find it. And then I went to Defender. They didn't have it. They have all the other models for this pump except for this one. So having somebody call me back on Friday was amazing, because every customer service person that I talked to prior to this one just didn't have an answer.
And who was it?
Ryan from Big Blue Ocean Marine called me back. He is based out in Vancouver, BC, but he has a warehouse in Fort Lauderdale. And he explained why. This one, the OEM product, just had some issues with it, so they redesigned it. It's still a Johnson pump, but this one kind of covers a lot more.
And that's the pump you ordered.
It is the one that I ordered, and he said that the rebuild kit for this one is actually more expensive than the new pump, and the new pump will not break down as quickly as this one did.
Okay.
So,
you didn't
amazing.
You ordered one, not two.
I ordered one, and then if that works out, then I'll order another one from them.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Backup.
Perfect.
So, pretty cool. I am amazed that he called me back.
When do we get it?
Well, it's a holiday weekend.
Yeah.
So, hopefully we'll get it Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh,
but in the meantime, I want to explore.
Yeah, so it's perfect.
So yay, my job's done.
And mine's just starting.
Not yet.
Well, we have a few days, so.
Yeah, so it's just time to just kind of decompress and relax and have some fun.
Let's go check this place out.
Parts are on order. It's going to be a couple days before we get it, so might as well explore this area before we head out. And I really wanted to do the Bodega Head Trail. It's supposed to be an amazing spot with spectacular views. Only this morning it was sunny, and as soon as we get to the top, the fog rolls in, so can't really see anything. But that's okay, because it's about a 5 to 6 mile trail walk.
Yeah, from the marina to here, it's already been 4 miles.
Yeah, and it's just nice to kind of stretch our legs, get some exercise in. Just enjoy the fresh air.
The fresh, foggy air.
So this trip so far going down the coast has not been ideal. Quite frankly, it's pretty much sucked weather-wise. But the people that we have met along the way have been so amazing, especially the fishermen. Every single time we pull into port, you know, these guys work their tails off in really bad conditions. They don't really have the luxury of hanging out in the harbors when the conditions are kind of gruesome out there. And every single time they come in, we catch up with them. They give Teal and Emma a lot of tricks and kind of pointers on fishing, and they are so generous. We are so happy. It started out in Neah Bay, and it just kind of went from there. I go to check in and come back with this huge halibut. Look at this. Look at this fillet.
We were talking to a local fisherman named Daryl, and we were getting to talk about fish, and I mentioned that I like steelhead, and look what he got us!
Hans Halvard just pulled in this morning because they were out there overnight, and they brought over this monster crab. Yeah, so thanks for the cod.
So what was your name?
Absolutely.
What was
My
your
name
name?
is Darren.
Darren?
Yep, Marilyn J.
Marilyn J. Thanks for the cod.
Absolutely. I hope you enjoy your black cod.
We got a knock on the boat, and Rhett from the Slammer decided to be even more generous and brought us some fresh Dungeness crab.
There you go, wash them up, you're good to go.
Oh my gosh, that looks so amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now, what kind of fish is this?
That's the king.
Is it
Yeah.
king?
Yeah, little one.
I think I'm a little excited. If at any point that I get fish, either from Teal and Emma catching it or from a local fisherman, everything stops. I swear to God, it's just, this just makes my day. And I can probably make, I don't know, 4 or 5 meals out of this. So I'm gonna portion it out and put some in the freezer and make something great with it tonight.
So the pump's in. You know, I gotta hand it to Lynn. She is a logistical wizard when it comes to getting parts for us. Only took 2 days. We have our replacement pump. You know, I'm real curious to see whether this new pump is compatible with our old pump. I'm not worried. Well, maybe a little. We'll see. Before I crack this open, I need to get this mounting bracket off of our old pump. Okay, that came apart pretty easy. You know, after looking at this, I don't know if it's a bearing or a seal. There is a little bit of play in here. Just wondering what it was that caused that engine vibration. Well, regardless, you know, looking at our log of the yacht here, this lasted 1,367 hours. Our starboard pump went out after 1,241 hours. So real similar lifespans. Well, let's get this thing cracked open, and hopefully these specs are close enough we can get it installed. Okay, after comparing these pumps, they look real similar. The new pump has a little bit more robust housing, and the biggest difference I found was the offset from the mounting bracket to the wheel. It's about 2/100ths off. That could be the modification that was needed to make this a better pump. Okay, let's get this installed. I think it's going to work. Well, that's comforting. The new pump lined right up to the mounting bracket. Looks like everything's going to slide right in. Water pumps in. Now for the other belt. This one's a little trickier. It's kind of like one of those coffee table puzzles. You got to figure out what to release to get this on here. Now it's just a matter of tensioning the alternator, putting the cowling back on, getting the hoses back on the water pump, and firing it up. Almost there. To put tension on the alternator, I think it's odd that Yanmar, there's 3 bolts that you have to tighten. One's a 12 millimeter, one's a 13 millimeter, and one's a 15 millimeter. Go figure. Looks like everything's hooked up correctly. I just primed the raw water intake. I'll open up the through hole fitting and test fire. Okay, Emma, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I want you to start the port engine.
Okay. Starting port engine.
Okay, that looks real good. Go ahead and then kill the port engine.
Okay.
Looks like we're ready to go.
Kill port engine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of Onboard Lifestyle. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel. Also remember to leave a comment. While we're here, I'm really excited to watch the cult classics, Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, and John Carpenter's The Fog. Big thanks to our patrons, you guys make these videos possible. Come back next week to see another awesome episode of Onboard Lifestyle. See you then!